there at the sky. Look up there at the sky. There was a shooting star, but that, I did not realize that in John Smith Legacy, they have the North Star in the custom sky. Look at that moon. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Hello, everybody. How are you? It's me. It's IHateWill, and today we are playing Minecrafting with IHateWill. This is a vanilla series. Well, kind of. I changed the resource pack now, didn't I? And I did that because I play a vanilla series over on the iCraft server, where I am strictly default textures. To keep it fresh, keep it interesting for me, and keep my brain straight, I've been experimenting using different resource packs. Today, we are using John Smith. And I like it. I like it a lot. Usually I use John Smith Technician's Remix for any modded Minecraft I play. But this, today, on this vanilla series, we're looking pretty good. You know what I like about it? It looks really interesting. It's got a good feel to it, but John Smith is only 32 by 32. It's not clean at all. Just like in comparison to the last episode, Chroma Hills, that's 128 by 128. It looks too clean for our blocky world, for me. The reason why I like Chroma Hills so much is the nostalgia behind it. I played a lot of Chroma Hills with wifey. With wifey? I don't call her that. With Stephanie. I guess I got wifey on the brain. And I played that. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel like I still got her around in this Minecraft world. But this is great. Look at here. Look at here. Our little area here. Our little vault looks extra secure with that iron door. And where's Bruce? Where's Bruce? Security man Bruce. How you doing? You looking dead-eyed, son. You looking dead-eyed. Alright. Enough of this foolishness. It is dark. We need to go to sleep before we get messed up. Those vines. I need to take down those vines. Very important that I do that. I just wanted to collect some. So on today's show, if we can take a look around real fast in our starter village here, using all the tricks of the trade that we know. Thought I heard a zombie get burnt. Bright sun over the horizon. Using all the tricks of the trade that we know to add variation to a similar architecture style. Of course, this is based on desert style homes. They just built in this large oasis, this plains biome, and made use of the wood, which is quite the delicacy for them, and some stone, and various other materials they normally would not have access to. Okay? This is our commercial industrial area. We have that's the portal room, which is fine, and the enchanting room, which I guess technically can be a commercial. But this is blacksmith over here. And this is just where the blacksmith's going to hammer out things, go to work, make it feel real good. Over here, we have our redstone engineering lab. It's very simple, just where we keep stuff. And here is our stone, for all our stone needs. Wonderful, beautiful, makes us feel nice. And of course, last episode, we built a treasury. Not a bank, a treasury. So, I'm thinking, this is our little commercial area, our little industrial area. And then when we come over here, we have things like our horse pen, with no horses in it because we have no saddle. Okay, we'll get to this house in a little bit, about what that is, what that could be. We use our imagination a little bit. Over here, we have our cow pasture. They're all looking very nice and fat and healthy and delicious. Hello, guys. And ladies. And over here, we have ourselves, well, there's sheep in it right now, and a pig. But this is where our chickens live. Isn't that nice? That clicking you hear, that's of course the automatic chicken shooter. Yep, there goes one. Do I have anything interesting on me? I don't. But let's collect some eggs. case you guys are new to the series, don't know how this works. But inside here are chickens. That one's empty. That guy must have died. That guy must have died. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 2, 5, 6. Well, I hope you guys make some eggs soon. Repopulate our chickens. But they go in here. They shoot up. Thanks to a hopper system we have underneath each one of these chickens. Those hoppers all collect into one area, fall into this dispenser. There's redstone constantly going off, shooting into the sky. So when it hits, eggs shoot into the air, come down, crash. Sometimes there's a little baby bird inside. Like this guy. He's new. Hey, go to your mama. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll let them repopulate a little bit. We're always so close that it's constantly working, so it's no big deal. I believe that area is right outside of the permanently rendered chunk, which would be right over here. That's our spawn, true spawn. So I think it's just right out of it. But over here, I was thinking, okay, we have a commercial district, we have an industrial district, and those trees are going to go away, but eventually we're going to have ourselves a residential area for all the villagers. But what we need is agriculture. Very important. Very... Eat something, fool. Very, very important. Okay? We have a good chunk of land, and I feel like agriculture needs a good chunk of land. Like so. That's a very interesting body of water right there. And we have a couple skeleton horses over there, too. Boy, that was an ordeal. But what I would like to do is get ourselves a very large wheat field going. These fools need to be eating bread. They need to be feeding their horses. They need to be feeding their cows. Yeah, I think if we get ourselves a nice big wheat field, maybe irrigated or something, I don't know, we got to figure it out. We got to make it interesting somehow. It's really going to bring this area together. We can also put ourselves together a little windmill of some type. Now I'm thinking out loud. Let's make this windmill different from something you would see in Northern Europe or Central Europe or anywhere else in Europe. We're not doing that. I'm actually using a design in my head, because I don't plan these things out too well. A design in my head from Age of Empires. Okay, when you would start off in the first Age of Empires as, or maybe it was the second one, but as Persia or as Arabia, their windmills were totally different. Totally different. Instead of like a pinwheel, it went straight up and had like spokes on it. It's hard to explain, but I think I might be able to pull it off in Minecraft. It's boxy enough. So I'm going to go ahead and lay some stuff out, plant some wheat, figure out what makes us feel good in this area and how to pull it off exactly. And we'll come back together and we will work on a windmill. Doesn't that sound nice? See you in a bit. Ba, ba, white sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Okay, so we're back. I am shearing sheep. Beautiful, beautiful white fur. Nope, wool. It's called wool. Pull your head out of your bottom, buddy. Because we need a lot of white wool for our build today. I've been looking at pictures from Age of Empires, actually. And I think I got it. I think I got how we're going to do this. I've done a little bit of work off camera. And when I say a little bit of work, I mean a lot of work. But it was so tedious and boring that I won't show it. And when I show you what it is, you're going to go, that's not a lot of work. It is. And I'll tell you why as soon as we get up here. Here's what we have so far. Okay, here's our fields. Very simple fields. Not what I originally thought I was going to do. I thought I was going to do, when I started this episode, giant fields of wheat, disorganized, maybe get some different types of plants in here to make it look like there's some weeds. But I thought, these people, they come from the desert. That was the original thought. In the desert, you are forced because of your habitat. If you're going to survive, you're going to be very organized, especially if you have a community. You're going to be very organized. You're going to learn irrigation if you want to grow crops. You're going to learn best farming techniques. To do that, these guys are not going to be slacking in their department. I've seen a lot of medieval builds for towns where they just have these giant, beautiful fields of wheat, and it's this organization is what makes it so great. I really want to do that eventually. I'd love to do a proper medieval town. It's not dark yet. Don't know why I'm doing that. But this is not it. This is not it. These people definitely have a medieval feel because of the level of technology that they have. But the architecture style is different. Okay? And you can already see what that is over there. Spoiler. So these folks, they organized. They are organized. I've been listening to a lot of hip-hop. They understand irrigation, and that's why we have this down here. And the reason why this took forever is because I had to straighten out a whole lot, flatten out everything. But I put this here, left it like this, so that way we can have ourselves, and I'm going to be very careful that the water does not go uphill. It's going to stay at this level at least, maybe even go down a bit. We're going to have some water head out this way and have some kind of system here that takes the water, and it's going to be imaginary, obviously, but the water is going to pump through here, and it's going to feed these crops. And then it's going to go all the way down through here, right through here, and we'll talk about what this is. It's going to go all the way underneath here, of course. And then more water is going to escape this way. And I may put a water exit over here, heading out here to this area right here. Okay? I think at the beginning of this episode, didn't we stop over here and go, look at this thing? Well, that got me thinking about how to use this. And as I was doing this very tedious work, my brain went in a way, and this is what I love about Minecraft. I just started thinking about who these people are and how they would do things, and I feel like that's how they would do it. Yeah, so it felt pretty good. Down here, let's look at this. Okay, we were talking about mills before, ways to turn this wheat into flour and bread. What is that? Is that what a mill does? I think so. Eventually, it breaks it down, I guess. I don't know. I'm a city boy. So I needed a small building here. Okay, and I thought about, building it in several places. But it's going to have to be on top of the hills. It should be near where the wheat is. And I thought, these people are so smart, and they're so good with their space, that they would probably just build it in the middle of their fields, right? That makes sense. And when we look over here, we're going to see this beautiful, beautiful field. Let's go look down here. Okay, we're going to see this beautiful, beautiful field. Well, God, there's a hill. But as we go through, here's our beautiful field. And then right there is this very beautiful, very, very, very big mill. And sure, the sun might not get it. Or the sun might get blocked out by it. Ooh, but actually, the sun's only going to hit, because it's rising right there. The sun's only going to block, like, this area. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. That's not too bad. I was worried about what that would look like, but that's all right. See, I'm very... I have to think these things out. I mean, how does a civilization really work, This is a town. It's got to make sense. You can't just throw random things together. Okay, so I also went ahead and built this. This is not going to stay here. This is just me practicing as I was thinking things out. This is what the top of our windmill is going to look like. Like I said, it's not going to be a traditional European windmill. where the blades all go in a very big circle right there. This is going to be... I've seen this in Age of Empires, as I said before. The desert civilizations, they use this type of mill, and I really like it, and I've always liked it, and it always made a lot of sense to me. So I say let's go with it. Let's go with it. That's why we have so much wool. Do I have enough fence to get started? I do. I'm going to keep this here just as a way to come back and look at it. Because I don't do anything in creative. I don't. I will do like redstone in creative just to make sure it works. Because I'm not the best off-the-cuff redstone guy. Let's go in here, go to sleep. Sleepy poo. Only sleep at night? It's almost nighttime, man. Fine. Watch, as soon as I walk out, it's night. It's gonna be night. I'm not the best off-the-cuff redstone guy, so I need to pay attention to that kind of stuff. Oh, also, we need to build... we need to build our base. Maybe we should build the blades first. No, we should build the base first. So I just wanted to update you guys on that. Let me go ahead and get some materials together for the base here. And when we come back, we will, I don't know, put this thing together, huh? Now it's a night. Now I can go to sleep. Don't play me for a fool. See you in a bit. Okay, I got some stuff. Let's work on this thing, okay? I'm thinking for the bottom, we go with some cobble. As a base, as a foundation for build. I think it works. And with this texture pack, John Smith Legacy, the stone and the cobble are two different colors, two different shades. The stone has a little bit of pink in it. It reminds me a lot of maybe some marble got mixed into the mix. Okay, let's take a look. Or granite, excuse me. Yeah, you see, it's got more of like a gray salmon look. Like salmon before they add all the coloring to your salmon. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We can add variation there. Because this is an organic build, it should have some maybe some moss on it. We have enough vines now. I just sheared all the vines. Definitely some cracks, but let's just put this together first, huh? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And I'm thinking maybe traditional raw oak right on top here. Alright? I just wanted to talk a little bit about something that I've been putting a lot of thought into lately. And it's for no reason. It's one of my favorite subjects to talk about because I'm kind of a weird guy, I suppose. And when you're a weird guy, you have weird dates. You attract some strange women into your life. And I was thinking about what was probably the worst date I've ever been on. And I have to preface this by saying that I love uncomfortable moments. So when things get weird, you know, as long as nobody's feelings are getting hurt, I don't mind it. It's fun, dude. So if a conversation goes into a very weird place, it's all right. No problem. I dig it. This is going to be a hole. Let's see. But, so I was thinking, I think the worst date I've been on, I go there thinking, and I'm not even sure if it was originally going to be a date, so it's kind of hard to count it, but I go there, I've been talking to this girl, and she says, hey, I would really love to meet you for coffee. So I'm like, fantastic, right? And she goes, you know, afterwards, we'll see what, you know, maybe we'll do something else. And I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. We'll have coffee, maybe have a dinner or lunch. I forgot what time of day it was. So I get there, I get to the coffee shop, right? And she's got her brother with her. I'm like, this is friggin' weird, right? And we're talking, and she's being very, very flirtatious, and I dig that. You know, I like it when a girl is a little forward, you know, so I'm not guessing so much about what her intentions might be. Because that's always really scary, you know, as a guy. Because I'm not one of these guys that, you know, oh, friend zone or anything like that. I think that's stupid. There's nothing wrong with being friends with a girl. You know, you don't have to hang out with a girl and strictly be romantic. And if it's not romantic, it's a waste of time. I don't believe that at all. I cherish friendships with anybody. Let's go up here. I got to get that last slab. But I digress. She's being very flirtatious. So I'm like, oh, awesome, man. I'm in, baby. Because I talk like that in my head. I'm in, baby. And her brother's just kind of sitting there cross-armed. And I'm like, well, this is weird, but maybe, you know, maybe they're just whatever. Maybe it's just the old school. He's going to see how I am before I can even date his sister. I don't know. You know, I was an adult. She was an adult, so I thought it was weird. But, you know, she was a little bit younger, so maybe this is just her first foray into the adult romantic life. I don't know. But it became very evident, very clearly that he wanted me to get involved in his pyramid scheme. She brought me there so that I would be convinced to join Amway Global, which Amway Global is a pyramid scheme, and I was not interested in joining that in that moment, and that ever. That's not my thing. I think I feel real bad if you got roped into that, son, but that ain't my thing, man. No thanks. No thank you. Oop. Oh, man, you know what? I was just thinking. This shouldn't be raw wood. You know why? Because we want this thing not to touch the sides here. This needs to be stairs, huh? Well, I don't have stairs on me. Let's go over there and get that. But that was probably the worst date I've ever been on. And they got real pushy, and he started getting kind of pissed with me, which is stupid. Because, dude, you're the one wasting my time. But he as he was explaining his corporate structure to me, I was just kind of writing it down because I was humoring him a bit. And yeah, because I'm kind of a jerk myself. So as I was writing it down and he was explaining it to me, I was writing it exactly as he was saying it, but I was putting it out in a layout that was obviously a pyramid. And I said, oh, so it looks like this, and I handed it back to him, and he got kind of mad. And he's like, look, I know what you think it might be, whatever. And it was just one of those times where it's like, this is weird. This is like a weird thing that's happening. And I don't know if it happens to everybody else, but it seems to be happening to me quite a bit. We don't want to do it like that. Alright, how do we get this to lay down the way we want it? Let's put this here. Okay? But, I mean, what do you do in that situation? I mean, that's a weird situation to be in, you know? Okay, let's see. Let's try it like this. This might work out. I didn't really have a thought about how this thing would look out on the bottom. I just, figured it would have a bottom. So this is, I guess, where the real build is going to be, because the blades are fairly easy, if a little plain. Okay, so we have that. How do we feel about that? Do we like it? I'm trapped. Okay. Let's get out of here and go down. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, let's take a look. How do we feel? It's a little plain. It's a little plain. But I think it's the right way to go, because the eye catcher is going to be those big blades over there. Maybe, just maybe we do something like this. Is that crazy? That might be a bit crazy. That might be a little overboard. I don't like that. I think I would like to try to put some stairs there to see what that looks like. Using my diamond pick on this. Oh, what a fool. What a fool. Oops. Oh, bad day. But, I love being married. I really do. It's great. But I miss having weird things happen like that. Like, I miss dating in a lot of ways. Don't miss being single. I enjoyed being single, but I certainly don't miss it. I just miss meeting a complete stranger and going out on a date. That's what I miss. Let's see. Like, if I could just date without any romance involved, so it's, you know, nice and above board and all that, and of course, if my wife would sign off on it, I would go do that. I guess that's just called having dinner with people. I would do that. I would go have dinner with people. It's great. Alright, let's go to bed. Yeah, I think I like the way that feels. Let's go to bed after we grab some stairs. Or maybe we'll make stairs. That's probably the better thing to do is to make it there, buddy. I'm still sleeping in this starter house, even though I have someplace else set up. Let's go ahead and make some stairs here. We'll make it out of cobble. Okay, and we'll go to bed. Alrighty. Bedtime, or awake time, morning. Got our cobble there. Okay. And I'm going to put this here just to add some depth to what we're doing. Oops. Not there. Right over here. Okay. And that's going to break it up just enough to make it not so boxy. Maybe something like this? Maybe, except I want to make this stone brick. So let's just leave that off for now. Okay, and we'll add that at the end. Okay, now let's get cracking here, huh? So now that these are stairs, this piece ain't gonna touch, which is awesome. That's what we want. That's what we want, baby. So let's get to the top and figure this thing out. Okay, so here we are. Just like that. Let's take a quick look. Okay. That should be correct. Yes. Yes. Something like this. Maybe. I'm not sure if I want the stone to touch the wool. Let's go take a look at that piece one more time. Just one more time. Refresh the old memory place. The old brain juice. See how it feels. Okay, I see. We have wall touching the very first right here. And then wall going straight up. Okay, that's easy to remember. I have it backwards, that's all. Just a little backwards. So here we go. Let's get started again. Okay. Let's bring you over here. Okay. Get rid of that. That's fence. Come on. There you go. There you go. Right there. And then this is going to be all wall. And then wall's going to go straight up down the middle. So let's get rid of this. Put this here. See, you have to do that because the wood does not touch everything here. And I want the pole down the middle to be very thick. That's why we're using wall. I tried using iron fence. Didn't feel good. Didn't feel right. So it's not my first choice, but in vanilla Minecraft, you kind of just take what you can get and just becomes part of the look, huh? So those blades are 5 high. I might make them a little taller, actually. So let's try to make it 7 for now. So let's just put this here first. This wool. Oops. Give me that. Okay. Alright. Oops. Wonderful. Got it. Okay. How do we... I hate messing around with my inventory. Okay, there we go. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes? Yes, yes. Okay. So this is all going to be down the middle, and on the very top blade and on the very bottom of the blade is going to be stone wall as well, and in between will be fence. Yes. You see? Do you see? This is for support, and that's to connect this big piece right here. Maybe even put one in the middle. But this is going to spin in the wind. Okay? That's what this is. That's what a mill does. Spins in the wind. So let's finish out this blade. I think 7 tall and 3 wide. That is a nice, impressive wingspan. I don't know what these things are called, the blades of a windmill. Maybe I should have looked that up before I started building. Maybe it's fun to learn things and share them with people. Okay, let's go all the way up. And just like that. Now I'm thinking for the shape we should also have something like this. But we don't connect it with the sides. Okay? And this is all just to support the cloth in between. You know, the best case situation would be I would play with something like micro blocks on a non-vanilla game. And I would make these things about half the size that they are right now. But that's not an option, is it? Man, I record a lot at night, so especially at like this right now, it's 3 a.m. Because I spent so much time putting this together, and of course, again, I had the kid and all that, so I have to wait for her to go to bed so that I can focus all my attention on this. And when you do that, you just kind of, you feel off sometimes in your commentary. And this is just one of those situations where I feel off. I feel real off. But let's hammer through. I'm sure it's not that bad. Sometimes I feel like that and I don't mention it. And I go back to my playback. And it's not so bad, man. I just worry about nothing. And maybe I shouldn't let you know how neurotic my head is. Maybe revealing that part of the sausage is bad. You understand that expression? Don't show them how the sausage is made. Well, my sausage is filled with self-doubt. That's how my stuff's made. I was going to say the S word. I made it a different S word. Okay. So that's what? 2? Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okie dokie. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. Very cool. Alright, let's fix this out. Oh, that's already done, huh? Well, okay. And this needs to be wall. Messed that up. While we're up here, let's go ahead and do this. And that. Perfect. 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 And just for support on that bar, we'll put wood there. See, you have to, I feel like you have to do things like that. Yeah, you can't just have a shape. You gotta have it make sense. Boom, boom. Just like this. Let's go down a little bit. Almost there. Almost got it complete. Okay. Alright. So what are we looking at? It's not bad. Not bad at all. Sorry, I backed away from the mic a little bit. It's not bad at all. Look at that. You come on up. It's a little thin at the bottom there. It looks like that needs a little bit of support. What if we did that? Does that help? Maybe. Maybe that helps. Huh. Yeah, I think that works. Let's put this together. Let's remove these parts right now. Right now. Yeah, okay. So that's the basic ooh, oh, I hate when I do that. That's the basic shape. Feels good, feels right. So you see how to build this. I'm just going to add stone brick on this side right here. Some stone stairs. Just even this thing out. And I think I can do this off camera, because you get it, right? So I'm going to finish this one out. I'm going to put another one over here. And we'll take a look at it, see how we feel. Okay. Let me adjust my mic. Okay. I think I got it. So we have both of our mills built. They're not too big, not too distracting, but they're enough to just kind of peek up over this deep hill. This is a very big hill. I didn't realize how big it was. But you see them, you like them, you feel them. I forgot to put more trapdoors on that side. Do I have any wood on me? I don't. We won't worry about it. So on this side, I added some trapdoors, like so. Put the top stone brick stairs, like so, like we spoke about. In this texture pack, this is actually cracked stone brick. Don't care for that look, but I know that if I ever switch to vanilla, it's going to look like what I intend it to look like. And when I say vanilla, I mean default textures. This is moss, and I love the way moss looks like in John Smith Legacy, excuse me. This is stone brick, of course, and down here we have some mossy cobble. Beautiful. Beautiful all the way around. I put spruce here because in default textures, I think spruce has a really good workman's type of look, very blue collar. The traditional oak doors are a bit boring, plus it would blend in too much with what we're doing over here. And these trap doors are here because eventually I'm going to replace this with glowstone to illuminate these fields at night so they're not too scary. I may even push these doors up just a little bit, that way we illuminate the inside as well. And also eventually we're going to drill this out. I gotta figure out how to make an apparatus for this thing that makes it seem like it's in working order. But let's keep moving. We'll go on to the other one because it's exactly the same, except I forgot to put the trap doors there. And the cracked brick and the mossy is a little bit more randomized. But overall, I know I'm pretty happy with today's build. I envisioned it, and it came out damn near how I expected it to. It's a good thing I played so much Age of Empires when I was younger, because these mills, I don't think I've seen them anywhere else but Age of Empires. So we're good there. I think in the next episode, or at least coming up soon, we should build a granary. Somewhere, maybe closer to town, since that's access for the people, of course. But we also need to put our sheep out the pasture. They can't be integrating themselves with those no good chickens over here. No thank you. I'm so tired. It's 4 in the morning. I gotta wake up soon. I gotta go to bed and then wake up pretty quick. I spent too much time doing this. I apologize for going into this very deep speak. But yeah, these guys need to be somewhere else as well, and we have a lot open near the cows, so they'll probably end up there. But hey, thank you for watching. I'm very, very happy with how everything turned out. Ooh, gotta clean that up now. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Oh, look at that. That is just nice.